I'm starting, Mum. Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to today's lesson. Welcome. It's a Friday afternoon and the sun seems to be out as well, which is nice. Just going to share the lesson and then we can begin. I hope everyone's doing well and everyone has had a good week. Let me know who's watching. Okay, and share. Okay, and we can begin. Okay, that's now shared. Leondino says hi, everyone. Hi, Leondina. Welcome to today's lesson. Victor Gomez says hello. Hello, Victor. Stefano says good afternoon, dear teacher. You too. Elias Com says hi, Richard. How are you doing? I'm okay, thank you. I'm not too bad. I hope this is the last lesson. I have to wear my hat. My hair it's grown to a decent level now. It's still not great, but much better than it was 2 weeks ago. Alejandra says hi. Good afternoon, Alejandra. Nice to see you. Osaka Japan Info says good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm going to say Osaka. It's a bit easier for me. So yes, in this lesson we are going to look at a word category called homophones. So it's a bit of a pronunciation lesson as well as a spelling lesson. Homophones are words that sound the same but are spelt differently, and there are loads of examples of this. So it's important that we look at this because once we know the difference, knowing what the spelling is becomes much, much easier. Oskana says hi from Japan. Hi. Thank you very much for joining. Now, while we'll wait for people, we'll put this into different contexts so we can discuss. But for instance, the easiest example would be such as C and C and C. Okay, so we've got the verb see as in to see, and we have the noun see as in the blue sea that the fish are in. So that's what we are talking about when it comes to homophones. So it's a good one to know, and what we'll have to look at is, like I said, we'll look at the word category. We'll start off easy and we'll gradually make things a little bit more difficult, and we'll look at some examples as well. It can be a little bit difficult as we make the words a little bit harder as well. If you think you know any homophones, let me know. When it comes to some other examples, we've got, for example, nose and nose as well. Nose as in he knows, and nose as in the nose. So already what you can probably see are two examples here. Sometimes it might be a verb that we're thinking of, and therefore the spelling is different. And sometimes it's a noun, like nose. Yes, Oskana, C is an example. What we'll do is we'll develop some sentences. Close and clothes. Now, this is another thing. What this will tell me are words that you can't hear exactly. So they sound very similar, but they technically still sound different. And this is an example, close and Chew. This is not a homophone. What we have here is it's very similar spelling, but the difference is between the S sound and the th sound. So that's the difference. And for this, we need to hear the difference between s, as in clothes, close, close, as in to close the door. Close the door. Can you close the door? Close is the to close the door. Close is the verb. S. S. Clothes is the noun. Well, is a noun of, yeah, it's the noun. And it's got a TH sound. Clothes. Clothes. It still has an S at the end. Close, clothes. Close, clothes. So clothes, it's just got the S. Clothes, in what you wear, has a THS sound. Clothes. 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 But that's a good one. So well done, LVScom. Thank you for asking. Stefano says, bless you. Thank you. Yes, I am okay. Thank you very much, Oscar. You're welcome, LVScom. So guys, as I go through some examples, please let me know in the live chat if you find any words confusing in terms of the sound. It's a very good one to try and think about. I know that one example that a lot of people get confused with, it's not a homophone, but loads of people get confused with, is though and thought. The spelling is really, really similar, but the pronunciation is different. This is not a homophone. It's just a really similar spelling, but the sound is different. So you've got though, as in O, though, and thought, as in thought. You've got the vowel sound O, and you've got the vowel sound O, O, or. If you see what I'm doing with my mouth, or. Your mouth movement changes the sound. Though, thought. Leondina says B and B. Yeah, that is a homophone. Stefano says, is the word clothes pronounced with a D sound? No, it is not a D sound. It's a TH sound. Now, you can be forgiven because the th and the d sound, the tongue movement is very similar. D, 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 d. The trick is, listen for this. D. The tongue is just behind your teeth, okay? So if this is your teeth over here, your tongue is here. D, d, d. Th, on the other hand, goes underneath. Th, 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 th. D, 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 th, 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 th. So that is the difference in the tongue movement between those two words. Okay, so we're off to a good start. Let's now look at a few examples where we can start trying to put these into sentences. So we'll start off, like I said, okay, not too difficult, and then we'll gradually make things a little bit different. Oh, this is a good one. I think I'm going to have a look at this one here, actually, because I know that this word that I'm about to put in can cause a lot of problems now and again. So we've got, Irina says, all the time it's hard for me to say I'm 4 months. For 4 months. For 4 months. Okay, so you mean like I was there for 4 months. Okay, now 4 and 4 is Let me start again. So 4 and 4 is a homophone. 4 and 4 is a homophone. And to say I was there for 4 months, the thing is you don't want to complete the 4. This is an interesting one. Okay, so 4 and 4 can be a homophone, but the pronunciation, it changes a little bit when you say one after the other. So let me give you an example. Okay, for the preposition, okay, for the pronunciation changes a little bit. Okay, so we've got, let me just get this sound up into the live chat section. Leondina says, maybe we can do a lesson on the pronunciation of these sounds. Yes, we will be doing that. We can definitely do that, Leondina. Alejandro says, sorry for the question, though tongue inside and thought tongue outside. Alejandro, I'm going to answer that question as soon as I answer Irina's question, okay? I'll do one after the other. So the first one, for 4 months, for 4 months, for 4 months, okay? What we have here is a slight difference, okay? We've got 4. When we say 4 quickly, 4 becomes f, 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 okay? And 4, as in the number, that pronunciation is an or sound. So it's not an it's an or. Okay. So you got for 4, for 4, for 4. Look very closely at my mouth. For, for, 4, 4, for, 4, 4. You can see that when I say the number, the mouth movement is big, but f, as in the preposition, is a small mouth movement. F, 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 4, 4, 4. You've got this or sound. So when you say for 4, you don't say for 4 months. You say for 4 months, for 4 months. I was there for 4 months. I was there for 4 months. I was there for 4 months. So this is an example whereby you do have an sorry, let me start again. This is an example where you have a homophone, 2 words that are spelled differently but pronounced the same. But this is one example whereby you can change the pronunciation of one of them. That's because we can change the pronunciation of the preposition and make it weak. Okay, so practice saying that for 4 months. I went for 4 months. So to answer your question, Alejandra, sorry for the question, though the tongue is inside and thought, tongue outside. Though, thought, though, thought. No, that is not the difference. The TH sound at the beginning is the same. So the tongue is on the outside. Though, thought, though, thought, though, thought. What is different? 2 things. 1, the vowel sound, and the T at the end on thought. So we'll start off with this one, okay? Though this has the same vowel sound as phone and no and o, okay? So repeat after me, guys. Though, phone, no, o. Though, phone, no, o. Though, phone, no, o. Though, phone, no, o. This is the O sound. And if you find this difficult, you can make yourself like the Queen of England. All you have to do is smile. Don't mope. Don't open your mouth. Don't move your lips and just say, oh. Though phone, no o. Though phone, no o. Okay, that's all you need to do. You don't need to really move your mouth to make that sound. However, the other word, which is thought, now you have an or sound, okay? Thought, it's the same as ought and bought, for example. Thought, ought, bought. Thought, ought, bought. Okay, and at the end, you've got this thought, ought, bought. Thought, ought, bought. You've got the t sound at the end. Ought, ought, ought. Ought, ought, ought. Thought, ought, bought. Okay, so that's to answer your question. Sorry, my phone rang. I will turn this off for now so I don't get interrupted again. Okay, guys. So that is to answer your questions there. So some other example, guys, that we can look at that can cause a little. Here we go. Yes, that was the one I was going to do, actually. Yes, I was going to do this one. I got distracted. You've got beach, as in the beach by the sea. And then you've got beach, okay? And this type of beach is the type of beach of a tree. It's a type of tree, actually. Beach tree. Now, I don't expect you guys to necessarily use beech tree, but as in a beech tree. Let's see. Stefano says bought and boat are homophones. I will answer your question in 1 minute. So you've got beach, as in the beach you go to. This is an E sound. And then you have beech, as in a beech tree. What I want to point out here is that if you get the vowel sound wrong, you will say a very different word, which is a rude word. So it's important that you guys get the long E sound, okay? E. This is how you make it. E. B. Just like B. You're going to say B, and then you add ch on the end. Beach. 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 Okay. So you have a beach as in the beach you go to swim, and then you have beach as in the beech tree. So to answer your question, Stefano, is bought and boat homophones? No, they are not. They actually don't have the same pronunciation. So again, let's look at this, okay? You have bought, okay? This is an or sound, okay? Or. Let me get the right figure up here, okay? Bought. So I want this or, bought, or. It's like a horse, actually. Think of horse. Think of horse, okay? So you've got bought, horse, okay? It's this or sound, okay? O, boat, is actually, it has the same sound as though, okay? And phone. So then you have boat, phone, no, though, and what was the other one I had before? I can't remember. Okay, so you've got boat, phone, no, though. And then you have bought, horse, ought, court, for example. So I can see why you might think they are homophones, and I can see why you might think they have the same sound, but they don't. They have a different vowel sound. Alejandro says, my roommate always burned me when I say him, do you want a piece the cake? He say that sound like peas. Ah, okay. Okay, peas and peace. Peas and peace. Very close, actually. They are quite close. They've got the same vowel sound. Well, the difference is, well, peace, peas. Yeah, it's the end. It's the consonant sound that's different there. So let's say, do you want a piece of cake? Let's say, we usually would say like a slice of cake, probably, but let's just say a piece of cake for now. Okay, I see what we're saying. Piece of cake. Yeah, it's a piece of cake. We can say that. And I would like some peas. Okay, what's the difference? First of all, yes, you've got the P and then you have the E sound. So far it's the same. The difference is the S and the Z sound. So peace ends with an S sound. Peas ends in a Z sound. Okay, so the vowel sound is the same, but it's the Z and the S. That's the difference. That's the difference. S is soft, Z is hard. So peace. It's like a snake. Peace, peace, peace. And then you've got peas, ease, z, z, z. It's a bit like a motorbike. Z. Peas, 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 peas. Okay. All right. And that's the sound there. So that's to answer your question there. Okay. Right. I'm going to look for another one that we can use. Oh, here we go. Yeah. No, that's not technically. Okay. It's okay. You can class this as a possible homophone, but yeah, you've got piece as in piece. That's a different type of piece. You got piece as in a slice, and then you got piece as in piece, so to speak. Now let's look at. Let's see if I can find another one that would be a good one. Oh, this is a good one actually. Yeah, because I think this is something that would be helpful to know. Just spelling really. You got flour and flour. Okay, so you got flour as in baking flour to make cakes. And then you got flour. Both of them are nouns. And then you got flour as in a flower in a garden. That's another one. It's one of those ones. Yeah, you've got flour and flower, exactly the same pronunciation, but the spelling is obviously different. Okay, let me know if there's any others that cause you a little bit of trouble. I'm going to look and see if I can find some others. Ones that I think would be helpful for you guys because it's the type of language that you might use. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is a good one. Choose and choose. Choose and choose. We've got two different types of choose, actually. So let me explain about this one, okay? You got choose as in he choose his food. You can also say chew your food before chew your food, for example. And then you've got choose as in to choose between two things. So chew and choose. So chew, CHEW. Okay, so this is chew or chewing. That's chew. And then you've got choose, as in to pick. LVS.com, two and two. Yes, and you can also add another one there. You've got two. You've got three types of twos. You've got two, two, and two. They're all homophones. So you've got shoes, shoes, shoe. Actually, you have made me think. Okay, I'm going to come back to shoes actually because you made me think of something, Alejandra. I and I, yes, Stefano, I and I is definitely a homophone. That's a good example. Yeah, yes, this one is a good one actually. Okay, I'm going to introduce. I don't know if you guys have been taught this word, but I'm going to tell you anyway because it's related to shoes. Osaka, yes. Meat and meat, definitely, definitely a homophone. Well done there. This one here, guys. Okay, you've got shoe, as in the shoe you put on your foot. Okay, then you've got shoo, as in to shoo away something, like a mosquito. Shoo, shoo, go away. Okay, so you got shoo, for example, and shoes as well. He shoos. She shoos away the the mosquito. So if there's a fly or a mosquito, you shoo it away. Shoo, shoo, go away, shoo. And then you've got the shoe that's on your foot. Okay, right. Let's see. Any others? What have you said? So Leondina, you have said. Oh, air and air. Yes, that's a good one, Leondina. That's a good one. Air and air. Yes, air, the air you breathe, and air as in an heir to uh, the throne of the UK, for example. The heir in a will. Yeah, that's a good one, Leondina. Good one. Nice one. Okay, guys. So, one of the things that we can also help towards the end, we'll see if we can put in a tongue twister as well. That can be useful for this sort of thing. Can I think of any others that would? Oh, yes. This. Actually, we've got a few. We've got a few for this one. Let me just show you guys. Okay, we have paw, 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 and paw. We have four paws in English, and it's absolutely annoying. So let's go through them. The first one, paw. This is like a dog's feet or a bear's hands. Their feet, their hands, basically. So an animal's hands and feet are called paws because they don't have actual hands. So that's what we call, okay, animals' hands and feet, paws. Okay, the bear has a large paw. For example, he has large paws. Okay, then you've got pour, as in to pour water, pour wine, pour milk, pour juice. The action of pouring. Okay, so you pour, as in the animal pour is a noun. Pour, you then have the verb. Only one of these are verbs. Okay, pour is the verb to pour water, pour wine. Then you have poor, as in no money or not a lot of money. You are poor, for example. I am poor. Now, this type of paw, though, is an adjective. So you've got, let's go through, I'll just write these again. So you've got paw as in an animal paw, which is a noun. Paw, which means to pour water. That's the verb. You've then got poor as in not a lot of money. This is an adjective. And adjective. So then what is the last one? Okay, poor. This is a noun. Okay, and this is what you talk about, the small holes in your skin. I don't know what it be in your language, guys, but when you look at your skin very closely, you can see really, really small little holes in your skin, and that is called a pore as well. So you've got an animal pore, you've got the verb to pore, you've got poor as in no money, and then you've got poor as in the small holes in your skin. So you can say, for example, actually, guys, I would like you in the live chat section. Can you all try and give me an example sentence of the four paws? Okay, I'm going to give you my example. So the bear has large paws. Okay. Halls and hall. Oh, good one, Stefano. I'll come back to that one in just a moment. The waiter pours the wine. She is poor. And then we say his skin has large pores. Okay, so those are four examples of using the different pores. I invite you guys, can you try and create four separate sentences with the four pores? Okay, let's see if you guys can do that. Stefano, to answer your question, holes and halls, different vowel sound. Okay, so you got holes, which is an O, hole, hole, O. Again, this is like no. This is like no, o, though. I think this is definitely a vowel sound that we need to think about. Okay, so holes. So this is the same as no, phone, though. Okay, just to name a few. Halls, on the other hand, okay, all halls, all halls, halls. Okay, this is again, this is like horse actually. Yeah, this is the same as horse. Halls, halls. It's a bit of a strange one. So yeah, this is the same as horse. And bought, for example. Okay, ought and thought. So I think we can definitely see here, guys, there is a confusion between two vowel sounds, O and O. O and O. Listen very carefully. Okay, O, O, though, holes, no, phone, O, 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 O. Then you have halls, horse, bought, ought, thought. I'm going to write the tongue twister down here for you guys. Leondina says, my dog has a wounded paw. Well done, Leondina. That is a fantastic sentence. Like the video for Leondina. You've come out with an absolute cracking sentence. Okay, if I say an absolute cracking sentence, it means it's a great sentence. So well done. It's a cracking sentence. Sentence, okay, meaning great. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna write a tongue twister for you guys. Okay, so let's start off with the O sound. So we've got I know there are holes in my nose, even though I even though no one knows. Okay, so this is my example for the O sound. Even though no one knows and no one phones. Okay, so this is just a tongue twister for O, okay? I know there are holes in my nose, even though no one knows and no one phones. So it makes no sense, but this is the O sound. So copy this down. I'm going to include a link. Okay, guys, this is a very good online dictionary that can really help you. If you ever want to hear the sound, you just type in the word you're looking for. You click on it and it will tell you the O sound, okay? If you guys want to, now let me just change this to, I'm going to give you both links to two different sounds. The first link, let me just change the link. Okay, so this one now here, this is to the first link of O, okay? Now, for you guys to know, this in English is the sound of O, okay? This is the symbol over here. So type in these words, look for the symbol, listen very carefully. This is O. O, 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 O. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I know there are holes in my nose, even though no one knows and no one phones. I know there are holes in my nose, even though no one knows and no one phones. Okay, so that's the O sound. Now let's look at the other one. We've got holes. The horses are in the halls, and they thought they ought to have bought not. Okay, makes absolutely no sense. These are just words with or, okay? The horses are in the halls, and they thought they ought to have bought not, okay? Makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But the vowel sound is very clear, okay? It's or, as in horse. The vowel sound looks like this. Okay, this is the link now to take you to horse, and that's that type of vowel sound. What I would like to show you, okay, guys, this is the or vowel sound in English. Okay, this is the symbol for it. You can see it is different. Okay. Okay, guys, so let's see. So we've got 5 more minutes, guys. Let's see if any of you can come up with any other ideas. Maybe you want to try and write some sentences with different paws, different shoes, different peas. Let me know. If there are any others that you're not too sure about. In the meantime, can I think of any others? Yeah, this is one. Rose and Rose. Actually, it's a few ones of these, actually. Rose and Rose. So you've got... yeah, you've got a few ones. Let's go with this one, okay, for now. because there's a few options here. So wanna Malta. Wanna Malta. Ah, you want to come to Malta, Osaka. Yes, definitely. So you got Rose. Okay, you got Rose as in the name, but you also got Rose as in the type of flower. You also have Rose as in he rows a boat. He rows a boat. That's the verb. It can also be a noun as well, funny enough. Rose as in rows in a cinema. So when you go to a cinema, you will have row A to row, I don't know, row K, however many rows there are. Each one is called a row. Actually, when you get onto a plane, yeah, you can call them rows 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5. Each line of seats is a row. So the cinema, the theater, those are rows. That's where you find rows. So that's another example. We've got a few more minutes, guys. I'm going to give these last few minutes for you guys to ask me any questions. If not, you are more than welcome to suggest ideas for next week. If there are any topics or any type of, and if there's any type of language you'd like me to specifically look at. Irina says, I bought a boat to fishing in the sea. You're really close there, by the way, Irina. In terms of the main language, brilliant. It's just one bit, which is just a preposition, really. I bought a boat to fish. Sorry, it's not the preposition. It's just to fish in the sea. So that's the only thing there. Instead of to fishing, to fish. That's all. Yeah, you just need to take the ing off the verb, and then that's a perfect sentence. But I like what you're thinking there, Rena. If you write those sorts of sentences and then you read them and try to listen, then that's a really good one. That's a good way. I mean, this is generally a very good way to develop your language. You play around with the language, play around with similar sounding words, and then you definitely record yourself speaking into the phone. It makes a really big difference. You listen, you hear, you compare. This is how you can help yourself when you don't have a teacher available. Stefano says, rose, the flower, and rose, simple past of the verb to write. Yeah, that's another example, Stefano. Pretty good one. Yes. What do you call these words? Oh, I see what you mean. All right. Okay. So actually there are a few categories that we could go into. Okay. Trying to remember. Homophones. I think it's this one. Yes, this is it. Okay, guy. So Stefano, to answer your question, those type of words are called a homonym. I will look into that actually in the sense of, if you'd like, I can do like the video if you would like me to talk about homonyms next week. Homonyms are words that are spelt the same, they sound the same, but they have a different meaning. And there are quite a few words like that in English as well. So we have a whole category for them, and they are called homonyms. So I can see some people have liked the video for it. So next week I will do a video, we'll do a lesson where we talk about homonyms. LVS Com says, I would like a lesson about pronunciation, please. Yes, I will do a pronunciation lesson next week. If there's a particular type of sound you're not too sure about, I can always do a specific type of sound, a particular aspect. I have a few ideas what we could do with pronunciation, actually. There's quite a lot of, actually, yeah, I can think of a few things we could do with pronunciation. Okay, guys, so that brings us to the end of today's lesson. Stefano says thanks. You too, Stefano. Thank you for joining. Osaka, Japan, you too. Alejandra, thank you. You too. Yes, you too, Osaka, Japan. Have a good day. Everyone who has written in the live chat section today, there's been quite a few of you. Thank you so much. Arena says thank you. Leondina, thank you, Richard. Absolutely a cracking lesson. Thank you very much. Well done. Thank you for using cracking. Absolutely cracking lesson. Absolutely cracking lesson. The article would have to come before the adverb, but Leondina, thank you very much for using the word cracking stuff. LVScom says thanks. Have a lovely weekend. You too. Okay, guys, thank you very much. And everyone who's watching, thank you very much. And if you've liked the video, thank you. If you haven't, make sure you do like the video, share the channel, share it with friends. And I will see you next week on Monday at 4 o'clock with another live lesson. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great weekend and bye for now.